Are these things supposed to be clouds? I don't know what these silver things are. Or are they planes? I don't know what those are. I don't think they can be clouds because they're too, like, shapely. It's actually about like 110. It gets better. See, why is the horn going off already? I'm like right in line. Why is the horn going off? Oh, there we go. Okay. Got it. So what you have to do there on the end is just keep on holding down. Just keep on holding it. Got it. All right, how much fuel do we have? Oh, we have 6,787 fuel. Wow, awesome. Okay, that's huge. You rocked that. Awesome. All right, so now I understand. There at the end, the trick there at the end is you just have to hold down all the way. See, I was holding down and then waiting for it to show up, but it doesn't show up. You just have to hold down for that like last 30 to 40 miles. That's awesome. Okay, that's huge. All right, so now we should have enough. Now we can just focus on the next couple of phases. First things first, let's save that. All right, now we need to do the F3, -28, F4, F7. Okay, so F3, hold fort. We need pitch to go to -27, or 28 rather. Okay, F4, F7. Okay, perfect, save. All right, how are we doing on fuel? Perfect. Okay, good. All right, now comes this tricky part. I don't think I've like fully mentally grokked this, which is the problem. But remember, if we're just doing one docking, we only have to do one docking. So maybe we have enough, and we'll get more fuel too. So as long as we can do this probably within 2 orbits, we should be good. I would hope. Yeah, because we get fuel once we dock, so yeah, they should at least give us 2 orbits. I think we have enough fuel to catch up to 2 orbits. The question is, I feel like the speed is a huge component, but they tell you to do Z-axis first. They say preferably in that order. So they say don't worry about the speed until after you have your Z and your Y taken care of. That's the problem. All right, so let's try Z. Oh wait, no, that's wrong axis. Okay, Z is good. Okay, Y. Oh, Y is right there. Awesome. So we totally, not only did we have a fuel efficient launch, but we actually were, from a Z and Y perspective, we were right there. All right, now here's the thing where I don't think I'm mentally understanding the whole X thing and the speed, X-axis and speed. So you're attempting to dock with the satellite traveling at Mach 23.9, 210 nautical miles above the Earth. You will either need to slow down or speed up to rendezvous, which is the X-axis. Also, you will need to be at the same altitude and position, which we are. All of these maneuvers are interrelated. Changing one can affect the others. And in flight number 3, the longer you take to dock, the more fuel you use. Yeah, it's better to tap the joystick than hold down. Okay, right? So Tap it back. Positive number means the satellite's ahead of you, which I think it is, isn't it? Or maybe it's, yeah, it should be. Negative number means it's behind you to increase. So the question is, do we think, based on where the satellite is now, which we can't even see here. Okay, there's no way we're catching up to that. So if anything, you would think we should slow down such that on the way around, the shuttle can catch up, or the satellite can catch up to us rather than us approaching the thing from behind. Couldn't we just can we dock? Can we dock to it while we're in front of it? That's the question. As you track the satellite, your x-axis will suddenly change significantly as the satellite wraps around the tracking line. This is because the orbital tracking line wraps around the display as a real orbit would wrap around the Earth. You'll use the S-curve screen until you get fairly close. So this is what I have to experiment with. Where did they talk about like what speed? Oh yeah, here we go. Speed is just as important as position. Never allow your speed to drop below Mach 17 or your altitude to fall below 195 or you'll burn up. Your X motion to satellite is dependent upon your speed. To move towards satellite, you must increase speed to greater than Mach 23.9. Well, what if I want the satellite to move toward me? I guess we can't do that? I guess the satellite's can't be docked into from in front. We can only dock from behind, not in front. Yeah. So I guess if we do need to catch up to it, well, can't we just let it pass us and then get it from behind? Yeah, we should be able to do that. I'd rather just let it pass us. So why don't we do a relatively slow speed such that it passes us while keeping it above 17. So what is our current speed now? 24. Okay, so that's probably too fast. So I'm gonna see, I can't even, as soon as I try to decrease speed, it doesn't even show me. Okay, 19. Now it's moving at 23.9, so basically 24. All right, let's leave it at 18. Hopefully it catches up to us. That's my hope. It doesn't look like it is, though. Yeah, this looks like it's going to take up too much time. We've already done like a full orbit. What is our fuel? Yeah. What the hell? It's not catching up to us. Oh, mission aborted? Why? Why did the mission abort? Did the speed go too low? 17.3. You said 17.0. I was at 17.3. That should have been okay. Altitude was 201. You said as long as it's above 195, it's fine. We ran out. Oh no, full fuel we did not run out of. It always goes to 0. All right, so I don't know why that was a death. And in fact, it went to this weird. Well, you know what? It went into this landing screen. I think it suggests that we did burn up. I think that's what it's saying. Even though the manual says you have to be above 195, which we were, and speed has to be above 17, which it was. It was 17.3. So, stat 6,000. Oh, thank you, Materian. All right, stat 6,000. Pitch greater than 24 on entry interface. Burn up. My pitch? Wait, is that my y-axis? I think that's my y-axis. Ah, for God's sakes. See, this is what I'm talking about. One of our metrics went into a bad place, but we had no idea because it's not on screen. You have to be keeping track of 6 different metrics, but you can only one is visible at a time, and they're all changing simultaneously. But you can only monitor one at a time. Oh my God. That's what happened. Yeah, wow. Hey, Reeve, thanks again for the host. Howdy, Rex. Yes, thank you. Yes, I'll take the happy Monday. Yeah, I don't celebrate Christmas, but Merry Christmas Eve to everybody who does. Rufus is with me, so we're celebrating a happy Rufus. Yeah. Okay, so, well, the good news here, though, is that we do have a good... we can easily, I think... All right, so I tried to get Q. I tried to slow down such that it passed me, but clearly I think what you're meant to do is speed up, so we'll have to try to catch up to it. No, not snapshot. There we go. Okay. So we have to do Z-axis first. Okay. Now Y-axis. Okay, boom. All right, now... Oh, wait, no, not that. So I think we need to increase this. So we're supposed to catch up to it. Oh, wow, you can actually do it quite quickly. 25.5. Oh, that's what you're supposed to do. I think you're just supposed to, like, speed into it. Why isn't it going to the next? Okay, oh, pause. Wow, okay. So now I think we have to, wow. Okay, so that's how you do, you just have to do the docking really quickly. So you gotta speed really quickly and then brake once we go here. Wow, okay. Yes, we are in orbit. We're trying to dock with this satellite from the space shuttle. All right. Whoops, wrong thing. Here. So now I think we need to slow down to 23. Definitely need to slow down very quickly. And then we're gonna have to check our Z and Ys as well. We're not ready to deorbit. Okay. Stabilize for 2 seconds. All axes must be at 0. Well, fuck me. All right. So... Okay, there's the satellite. We actually see it on out our window. How is the other... Oh, wow, the Y-axis is off. Okay. Z-axis. Yeah, that needs to be... Okay. No. What's going on? Okay. No. Why is that thing floating away? What's going on? What's my speed? Oh, my speed... The speed went down too much. Oh, no. Speed up again. This is what I'm talking about. Like, they only show you one thing at a time. I can't see what my speed is now. So the thing is moving at 23.9. Okay. So why is this thing way off? Okay. What? Why did it just fly off? Did you see that? The thing just flew off. Did I dock with it? I don't think I did. The fuck? Aw, you motherfucker. What the hell? What? It was right in front of us and then just flew off to the side. What was that about? Oh my god. I passed it? Yeah, it must have been what happened. Now I have to catch it up again, do it again. So I think the speed... See, this is the problem. I need to see... Why couldn't they have used the orange... There are big orange blocks to the left and the right. Why could my speed and my altitude not be listed there? Oh my god. I have to keep on cycling between 5 different things while still controlling them while everything else is moving at the same time. Oh my god. Oh. What is my speed? 25. Okay, it's too fast. The Z-axis is too high. Okay, pause. Now it's too... Ah, we passed it again. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, I know it's why they can't do it, but it makes playing the game. This is why they should not have tried to put a game like this on this system. All right, we may as well just restore now, because this is, at this point, our fuel must be like shit. Nah, we kind of have enough, but the stupid Activision logo. Well, no, that's not true. There are plenty of games that work just fine on it. This is the problem. I have to manage my speed while also all the three axes are changing all at once. 5.5. And there's no way to like reverse? What sort of ship doesn't have a reverse button? Alright. Okay, I'm gonna try to be like, oh no, I need to be a little faster than that. Oh no, speed's super. No, x-axis. Okay, hang on. X-axis 2, so pullback. No, come on. Wait, am I supposed to be pushing up or down? X-axis. Positive number means it's ahead of you. All right, so we should be slowing speed. Well, it depends what our speed is. This is the problem. The x-axis only means is dependent on their speed. Oh, our speed's too fucking low. Ah, oh, you motherfucker. Two's still too low. Speed. Oh no, it's too low. Oh, come on, we should be running into it now. Probably should actually decelerate a bit. Come on, rendezvous. Rendezvous, yes, yes, we rendezvoused. I've never been so happy to rendezvous. Oh my God, thank God. All right, well, how much, the problem is we wasted, like, we went like 4 or 5 orbits. I don't know how much, we're about to crash. How much fuel do we have? First of all, I need to change this. Slot 1, save. Okay, not much fuel. We got some fuel back, but not that much. All right, let's see now about deorbiting. Oh my God, the next phase. All right, well, this is huge. Now that's a new PB too, which we need to give out Cedric's for as well. Oh my God. Now we've hit deorbit burn. Oh, we can? We have enough fuel? Let's see. All right. Objective. To turn the shuttle around, fire the engines and decelerate to the proper speed. What's the proper speed? Deorbit checklist. Deorbit burn maneuver. You must first turn the shuttle around so that it's traveling tail first. Then, in order to maintain the proper altitude, set your z-axis and pitch. To what? Once completed, fire the engines to decelerate. If the z-axis and pitch are not set properly, firing the engines will make your shuttle climb or dive. After the deorbit burn, the shuttle must then be reoriented nose forward to the proper attitude, for reentry. Entering the atmosphere backwards will cause the shuttle to burn up. Oh, if 2700 is not easy, I'm not going to do it on the first go. So now that I have a better idea of how to do the docking, so it's probably, we'll still play this out, but probably going to want to go back to when I had 6500 and try the docking again. Yaw, left-right rotation of the nose of the craft. Satellite interference. Before attempting a deorbit burn, you must allow the satellite to pull a safe 128 nautical miles away from the shuttle. If you can't, Your deorbit burn will be unsuccessful and you'll never leave orbit. Why does the satellite matter? I mean, I understand we don't want to crash into it, but why won't it be successful? All right, so sequence. Check x-axis by tapping joystick back. Wait until x equals 128 miles plus or minus before proceeding. Okay, so we have to wait. Using status switch, check your speed. Pull joystick back or push forward to set speed and Mach 23.9. Correct z-axis to 0. Activate primary engines. Turn shuttle around by pushing joystick left to set yaw at -128. Pull back or push joystick forward to set pitch at -4. Display speed and Mach using status switch. Ignite engines by pressing red fire button. Hold down button until speed equals 19. Reset yaw to exactly 0. All right, I'm glad they give us the checklist there. Deorbit summary. Deorbit is one of the most critical phases of your flight. Following completion of orbital operations, the shuttle is oriented to a tail-first attitude, then decelerated to a necessary speed for reentry. The orientation of the shuttle is established by the RCS engines, and deceleration is provided by the larger OMS engines. You begin to lose altitude once you've slowed the shuttle down below the actual velocity needed to sustain your 210-mile orbit. Okay. So the first thing to do seems to be the waiting game. We have to wait until x-axis equals 128, which is going to be a positive 128. Before we proceed. Okay. May as well save at that point too, because that's when we're actually gonna have to do stuff. Digital combat simulator? That would be interesting. Imagine if you were actually doing combat at the same time all of this was going on. This is why there's more than one person on a ship, FYI. Alright, so we need -128. Okay, save there. Okay, there we go. Check your speed, pull. Oh. Okay, I need to pull back to 23.9. Okay, good. Correct z-axis to 0. Okay. Activate primary engines. Activated. All right, turn shuttle around by putting just joystick left to yaw -128. Yaw, yaw. I let a great big yaw. Oh. Okay, there we go. Pull back or push joystick forward to set pitch at -4. Okay. Display speed Mach using status switch. Why does that matter? Still 23.9, which is good, I guess. Ignite engines by pressing red fire button. Hold down button until speed equals 19. Nope. No, now it went too low. Reset yaw to exactly 0. How do I... Alright, I hope it's close enough. 18.9 is close enough, I hope. Yaw. Okay. What now? Is my speed being off by 0.1 gonna kill me? I guess we're just losing altitude. All right, let's set another save state in case. Okay. I guess it's gonna go into reentry, but I'm not sure. The speed is a little off, but I don't know how to adjust the speed anymore. Unless I just do the x-axis thing. I guess we could do that. No, but it was done via the red button though, so that would not work. I don't know. All right, reentry sequence. Pull back joystick. Well, Is there any indication once you've hit? Should we just let shit happen? I don't know. Objective: to establish and maintain the correct pitch, yaw, and speed, follow the correct trajectory, and properly manage heat buildup during reentry. Reentry checklist. Entry interface. This is the point in your flight where atmospheric entry officially begins. As the shuttle descends, atmospheric drag dissipates tremendous energy, generating a great deal of heat. This heat quickly builds up. Portions of the vehicle's exterior reach 1,540 degrees Celsius. Pitch and speed must be correct to properly utilize the shuttle's thermal protection system. Thermal area energy management. After entry interface, so maybe I should even wait until we hit make sure that we're in reentry. Yeah, so I guess we should wait for the graph to change. Yeah, it's got to be that LT thing. Okay, so I'm just gonna try doing nothing until we see something happen. Hopefully something will. The yaw is at 0. Okay, speed is decreasing. I guess that's supposed to be good because we're decelerating. Mission abort. Ah, fuck you. So what the hell was that? Why? Why did the mission abort? Does it say why? Oh, we ran out of fuel. That's what. Well, no, not necessarily. Stat 6001. 6001. There is no 6001. 6000 is pitch greater than 24 on entry interface. Burn up. I don't know what 6001 is. Oh, man. All right, let's try going to save slot 1 and see what the deal is there. Okay, this is where we have to... Oh, this is when it was at negative 128, right? Yes, okay. So this... Deorbit burn, okay. So we got to check the status switch at negative 128 and then set the speed at 23.9. Okay. Correct z-axis to 0. I think it needs to go up. Okay. Activate primary engines. I mean, I think that's... I didn't hear anything happen. Are we sure that's what we need? Those are the primary engines? I think so. Yeah, let's activate. Okay, it should be it. F3. I'm just troubled because I don't hear, like, engines firing. Okay. Turn shuttle around by pushing joystick left to set yaw at negative 128. Okay, there we go. All right, pullback. We have to set pitch at negative 4. Okay, there we go. Display speed using status switch. Hold down until it's 19. So maybe the problem was I went to 18. 18.9. No, see, it doesn't stop at 19. I stopped at 19 and went down to 18.9. All right, now we try going to 0. I don't know. Okay, now you do nothing. Um, I'm wondering if we need to pull back the joystick to set pitch, or we have to wait until the reentry screen is there. Huh. Let's just try doing nothing and see if we die. Speed is 8. Yeah, see, speed is too low. Oh, I'm supposed to maintain the speed, I think. Ah, that's I think is the issue. Mission abort? Come on, why? Speed was 19, that was perfect. Altitude 200? That should be okay, right? Are we running out of fuel? Is that the problem? Maybe we are running out of fuel? 6001 said the pitch was wrong. But, I don't know, we don't have anything on our pitch. You told me that the pitch was supposed to be 0. Or, sorry, -4, right? Yeah, -4. It was at -4. Oh my god, game, really? Let me go back to here. Let's just see what our fuel was at. No, we had enough fuel. I think we had enough fuel. Maybe not. We definitely had enough fuel. Go back to speed. Ah, see, yeah, okay, definitely is not a fuel issue. There is no 6001 message, but 6000 is that it was an incorrect pitch, but the pitch was -4, which it was supposed to be. So it was not a fuel problem. Man, this game, wow. Yeah, jeez. I'm gonna let out a great big yaw. No, well. Yeah, fine, we'll do this again, but man. Okay. Speed needs to be 23.9, right? Okay, it is. Corrects the axis to 0. I think maybe the problem is the engines aren't firing, but engines fire. Activate, I don't know. Okay, yaw -128. I mean, I'm following the directions exactly in the manual. But it's giving me an error message that doesn't even exist in the manual either, so I don't know what to make of that. Okay. Now pitch. This is what they were giving me agita for. They said -004. That's 004. Display speed using status switch. 23.9. Good. Ignite engines by pressing red fire button. Oh, that's probably why the engines were activated but not ignited. So now we're igniting them. Hold down button until speed equals 19. Which is actually decreasing the engines. Or decreasing the speed, I should say. And then once we get it to 19, 19.0. No, see, it always goes to 18.9. It immediately drops below 19. Yep, exactly right, Duke. Yeah, this patch right here, in fact. All right, I'm just gonna die again, but. Okay, that's yaw 0. Following completion. You begin to lose altitude once you've slowed the shuttle down below the actual velocity to maintain a 210-mile orbit. Well, I want to fall out of orbit though now. This is the only page for deorbit burn. So I don't know whether I need to maintain my speed at 19 or I can let the speed decrease. That's the big question. See, the speed is decreasing. Do I need to get that back up to 19? Here's the weird thing. Earlier, when it's above 19, igniting the engines decreases it downwards to 19. Once it falls under 19, pushing the button increases it up to 19. So it has the opposite effect. So it doesn't say anything about maintaining speed at 19, so I'm just not going to press anything. I mean, I think it's... But I'm eventually going to die here. The altitude is going down. Fuel, I have enough fuel. Stat is 1. What does 1 mean? Oh, I think that's just number of dockings. Okay, that doesn't mean anything at the moment. Yeah, okay, so the mission aborts at 200. So once we hit 200 altitude, then we get fucked. So why? Isn't the whole point to fall out of orbit, which means we need to decelerate, or to, Alright, we gotta bring up the manual again and read carefully. Fired the engines to decelerate, which happened. After the burn, the shuttle must be reoriented nose forward, which we did. We reset yaw to 0. Before attempting, you must allow the satellite to pull. Yeah, we did. We were 128 miles away. So they don't mention anything about the altitude, though. You begin to lose it once you've slowed the shuttle down below the actual velocity needed to sustain. Yeah, so we were losing altitude, which should be good. So I don't know why we're getting killed. It's giving us the message of 6001. Guess what? There is no 6th. Oh, maybe it's just... Ah, okay. So number of dockings may appear as the last digit of mission abort stat. Okay. So really what just matters is 6,000. Pitch greater than 24 on entry interface. Entry interface. What is the entry interface? That's the docking screen. That's re-entry. Pitch is greater than 24. Okay. Well, I'm inside the box and I'm on the trajectory line, so that can't be it. There's no way to see pitch here, though, so I don't know about that. For heaven's sakes. Hi. Oh, I think I know why. So pitch is greater than 24, you said? And it should be 24. Okay, so now I think I know why. All right, so in all of these phases, whenever we were going from one stage to another, or one phase from another, the screen would change to give us the indication that, all right, we're now in a new phase. I think what happened is, whenever we complete the deorbit burn, we're supposed to immediately go to reentry, and I wasn't doing that because I was waiting for this screen to show up and it wasn't. But here, the first step of reentry sequence is pull back the joystick to set plus 24 pitch. So I think that's what I need to do. Okay, so we do have a save state at, I believe, the next point. So let's just restore that. This is with yaw back at 0, so if I set this at plus 24, maybe now it'll work? Now close the cargo bay doors, which I think is F8. Okay, those sound closed. Follow the reentry course on the computer screen. Well, we don't have that yet. Yes, okay, that was it. That was it. All right, good, we made it. So that's a little deceptive because you don't see the reentry screen until 2 of the 3 reentry steps are completed. Man. All right, we made it to reentry. Oh. All right, back to the manual. All right, follow the reentry course in the computer screen. Pull stick back to go right. Push forward to go left. Left and right on stick centers the plane. Okay, so that's the plane. This guy here. So that's left and right, and then up and down is that. Okay. There are 3 important stages to reentry: entry interface, TAEM, and LOS. Position, altitude, velocity, and heading must all be exact. Oh, that's the summary. To both properly manage the tremendous heat buildup and correctly position your shuttle for the final approach. Alright. So, entry interface is the point in your flight where atmospheric entry officially begins. As the shuttle descends, atmospheric drag, right. Well, tell us what we need to do about that. So after the interface, you must closely follow the proper descent trajectory in order to maintain enough altitude and speed. Okay, so it's like the launch. During reentry, the shuttle superheats the gas of the upper atmosphere, creating flashes of color outside your window. Heat strips electrons from the air around the shuttle, enveloping it in a sheath of ionized air that blocks all communication with the ground. So at 160 miles, you will experience a temporary partial loss of signal, which is the LOS. Keep a close eye on your radar at this point. You will receive intermittent signals, which you need to use to correct your course and plane. Descent screens. On your reentry screen, X indicates cutoff of your OMS engines. Oh, does it? That's the deorbit burn. T indicates the terminal area, energy management phase. L indicates your transition to final landing approach. The small box at left is your plane indicator. So L is what? My transition to final landing. Then why is that after T? Huh. Okay, so basically I just need to do the up and down and left and right is what you're telling me. Okay. Gotcha. I think. All right, we definitely need to make another save here, but... All right, so... Well, first of all, this is far too... Yeah, here's our plane. Oh, the altitude is too low? Whoa, why is it going off to the right? My... Mission abort. Okay, why? The fuel... 9,900. Out of fuel. Ah, I ran out of fucking fuel. Alright, it means we're probably gonna have to go back to docking. We did too many dockings. Yeah. So we did run out of fuel. Fair enough. Okay. So we're gonna have to do all this stuff over again. That's alright. Yeah. At least the docking should be better now. At least. At least now I have a better sense with the x-axis, what that was going on there. Okay. Did I go to 0? No, okay. Okay, pitch -28. Alright, z-axis to 0. So yeah, we're back with the docking with the... Okay. Y-axis to 0. Okay, good. Alright, now we have our x-axis, which means our speed needs to increase. So I just really need to speed up to make contact, to catch up with him. Okay, now it needs to be lowered. Yep, and I fucked it up. Okay. So I think the problem was the speed was too high. Yeah, speed was way too high. So hold on, does one speed change? Okay, so one tap is equal to -0.1 decrease, and we want to be at 23.9. So if we're in at 25.5 and we want to go to 23.9, right? So that's a difference of 2.4. So we have to hold it 24 taps. Yeah. Well, subject to the the challenge, right, Matt? We have to do this. All right, so let's go back here. So we need z-axis v1. Okay. Y-axis 0. Okay. May as well just save again here. There we go. All right, now speed up. So I think my first order of business, as soon as it changes, is decrease 24 times. As soon as it changes over. Okay. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, what? It went too far? 23.7 now. It needs to be... No, now it's leaving. See, now I have to continually fucking adjust this. Bullshit. Aw, you bitch. The problem is, if I could just see the speed on the corner, I can monitor the speed while doing the other stuff. But as soon as I hit the accelerator or decelerate, I can't see what the effect it has on the speed. And I need to have the exact speed. That's terrible. Oh, man. See, pushing forward means like we're increasing speed. But I have to check back here to see what that means. Okay, so that looks like the max speed. So I just have to wait until this. Maybe I should just like start decelerating now. Oh, but now we have to go at 25.5 to even approach it. Man, so like you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. So we just have to go max speed. Okay. So as soon as we change screens, I'm gonna have to just like guess, basically. What the hell? What? How have we not caught up with it yet? Oh, there we go. Oh, come on. 24.6. I was going too fast. My speed is invisible. Whoever heard of a vehicle where the speedometer, you couldn't change your speed? Okay. Yeah, see, we came in too hot, but I have a feeling you can actually travel above 25.5. It just won't show you traveling above 25.5. If so, that's crazy. Hey, buddy. Okay, look, I'm not gonna accelerate anymore. I just want to see. Okay, so around like 50. Let's try coming down. Oh, I see. I slowed down too early. Fucking crazy. Okay. What's our x-axis? Come on. 7. Please, dock. 6. So it's traveling at 23.9, so if we travel at like 24.1, that should be good to eventually hook up with it. Come on. Please rendezvous the hell out of that thing. Please. X-axis 0. Oh, come on! What the hell? Wow. What was my deal? My Z-axis was off by 1? Are you fucking kidding me? Wow. Incredible. Y-axis is good. Z-axis needs to be lowered. Oh, come on. Everything's at 0, man. What? Everything was at 0. Hey, Drudel. Nice to see you. How are you doing? Wow. This is some bullshit. Everything was at 0. I know it needs to stabilize for 2 seconds, but why didn't it? Okay, so that should be 25.5. Okay, I like 23.1. Okay, y-axis, z-axis, lower. Okay, x-axis. 24 should be fine. So you have to constantly adjust this stuff. Hold on. So what is the meter on the right? I remember they said there was like a macro and a micro. Because I am off on that right one, but I want to know how and why. That's our x-axis? No, it's the micro y-axis. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Stabilize for 2 seconds. Yeah, it should. That's the x. I think that's the x-axis. It should get down to 0 naturally. Come on, please, please. X-axis go down to 0, please. Yeah, come on, 0. Yes, thank you, rendezvous. Oh my god. All right, we did it. All right, and we have good fuel. Thank God. Oh, okay, so now we have a good rendezvous with a lot of fuel left. So now we should not run out of fuel on reentry, presumably. I don't know why it didn't work the last 2 times. I did exactly the same thing. I guess it just didn't hold for 2 seconds for whatever reason. All right, so now we have our deorbit burn. So we're gonna... All right, so we need to... we need to wait until this goes up to 128. Okay, I will settle for payload specialist. I am happy to be a payload specialist. All right. So let's get down to 128. Or up to 128 now, since we're flying around. Oh, Matt. Did you find a replacement sound effect, by the way, for Matthew McGrath? Okay, save there. All right, check our speed. We got to get down. Oh, 23.9. We're at 23.9. Perfect. All right, z-axis to 0. Taking a while to get to 0. Okay, there it is. All right, activate the engines. Yaw, negative 128. Oop. Okay, there we go. Pitch at negative 4. Oop. Okay. There's speed. We gotta get down to 19. 19 even. Okay, perfect. Yaw to 0. Okay, there we go. All right. Now we need to. Actually, what I should do is go to slot 2. All right. Now, pitch has to be plus 24. Close the bay doors. Okay, good. All right, now we're gonna have to do the reentry part again. Okay, hopefully this time we have enough fuel so we don't die. That'd be nice. Whew, okay. Let's save again. I think we just have to wait until we're there. Speed is decreasing. Okay, there we go. All right. So the question is up or down? I'm trying to think. Down, down, down. So we're probably going to be hitting up, up, up. Okay, got it. As we... Okay, plane. Probably want to see my altitude, not my fuel. Why is the dot going that way? Am I supposed to hit down? What? Oh. What? Why is the horn beeping? Okay, so we're getting loss of signal here, which is expected. I think I need to read the manual again. I'm not sure how to do the trajectory part very well. So there's loss of signal. Flying blind. Oh wow, we're actually not too far off course. What are we supposed to be doing when we? The altitude is going down very. I have a feeling the altitude is going back down too fast. Yeah, it's amazing we're not dead. What are we doing? Okay, I guess don't worry about anything until we see mountains or something. Oh shit. Down to move right. I think we're coming in way too hot. Oh, it's slowing down now. That's okay. Come on. Okay, hang on. Okay, it did change screens, so we gotta check the manual for what's going on now. Yeah. All right, objective, properly follow the final approach course, maintain the correct pitch and descent rate to safely land. As you leave the reentry phase and enter your final approach, the first thing you'll see are the mountains around Edwards Air Force Base. You'll hear 2 sonic booms caused by your craft and the chase planes. At this point, your shuttle is a glider. In order to maintain enough altitude and speed to reach the touchdown point, you'll need to make an extreme right turn, which will leave you lined up with the runway entry point. Landing screens. Now closely watch all your flight instruments on the front control panel. At this point, events happen quickly. You will need to keep your nose pulled up to slow descent while constantly watching altitude and range. Oh my God. I can't view all these things simultaneously, game. Man, you don't give me you only let me view one thing at once. All right, lines on the left screen box, altitude direction indicator, indicate the ideal trajectory or path and your upper and lower safe limits. Oh my God. The right box is your horizontal situation indicator. It shows your position relative to the runway. Oh, dear God. Range is the distance from the edge of the runway to your shuttle. So when range is negative, you're above the runway. Surface conditions. Since you're in the desert, crosswinds can become a real problem. Oh, lovely. Compensate by constantly moving joystick left, right, and forward back to maintain the proper trajectory and descent rate until touchdown. Just because you're close to home, don't let up on your concentration. All right, so as soon as you see the mountains, which I guess is now, make a right turn, line up shuttle on runway using the radar screen. Okay, so I guess that's this area on the right. Yeah. Follow final approach course on both computer screens. The left screen, keep the dot centered between two arched lines. How do I do that? Right screen, keep dot centered on straight runway approach line. Push joystick forward to lower the nose and quicken descent. Pull joystick back to raise nose and slow descent. Push joystick left or right to keep the dot centered. Press red button to display altitude. Release button to display range. Oh my dear God. When range goes negative, you're over the runway just seconds from touchdown, so drop landing gear now. I don't even, what's the landing gear button or switch? Okay, that's F8. Oh, no, that's F7, it looks like. I guess F7. Dear God. I think we better save here. This is going to be ridiculous. When shuttle hits the runway, your nose will pop up, so keep joystick pushed forward to keep nose down until you hear the thud of the front landing gear. During the final approach, descent speed is critical. You'll be conducting a series of flares, nose-up maneuvers that reduce speed, which is necessary for landing. So, not only will you need to center the shuttle on the runway, but you also must maintain the proper pitch at the same time. Oh my God. Sounds are important during this phase. Use them to monitor your progress. In addition to the sonic boom as you break through the atmosphere, you'll hear a constant beeping effect which will increase in speed the closer you get to the runway. A high-pitched warning horn after you've passed over the runway. A signal to put your landing gear down. Ugh. Landing gear lowered and main gear tires screech when you've touched down. Oh my God. Okay, so what are all the controls? So F7 is the landing gear. Keep the dot. So left and right does the dot centering, but for both dots on both sides of the screen. And then up and down does the quickens or slows the descent. But meanwhile, I also have to be looking at my altitude and range and toggling F1 while I'm doing left, right, up and down, F7 and all these other things. Oh my God, this system cannot handle these controls. I only see one thing at a time. Terrible. All right, so first things first, hide the manual. Yeah, I'm sure this is going to take a number of tries. Okay, state 3. Make right turn. Right turn. Okay, there's the thing. Put the landing gear down. Please. Oh no. Oh. All right. Why did we die? 1,500, which is touchdown too early. I hit the desert. Okay, so I needed to hold back. My nose was too far down, I think. I think that was the problem. Okay, got it. All right. Wait, what point do I have to do the landing gear? I just kind of did it when I thought, I'm like, oh, this seems like a good time to deploy the landing gear. Oh, a high-pitched warning horn after you passed over the runway. A signal to put your landing gear down. Okay, I think I put the landing gear too early. Got it, all right. Yeah, these crosswinds are a bitch. Man. Alright, I didn't hear the sound, but... Did we land? Did we land? Put on the brakes. No, Mission 4. Oh, no. No. What was the problem this time? 3,000. It seems like I got further than last time. Nose gear not down at end of runway. So, nose gear not down. Yeah, so I didn't move up enough, I guess? Yeah, I didn't move up enough. Okay. Got it. I did land, but too late. I went off the runway. Okay, fine. Hard right turn. I never heard the warning bell for the landing gear, so I'm like, all right, we seem to be pretty far down. I probably should put the gear down. So I'll put the gear down at like 2, maybe. What now? 1,500 again. So this time, touchdown too early. I hit the desert. Oh, I wasn't on the runway? Is that what you're telling me? I was not on the runway. So this was the opposite problem? Wait a minute. So touchdown too early. Is that because I'm not on the left? What does the left one screen mean again? Altitude direction indicator? So the one on the right makes total sense, because that's the shuttle on the yeah, that's my alignment with the runway. Keep the dot center between the two arched lines. Yeah, and I was like lower than it. So was this? Did I land before I hit the runway? Was that the issue? I guess. Whether reduce. Oh, I have to do the nose up maneuvers so that is necessary for landing. Was my speed too high? Gears on 1? That's when the BP thing happens? What do you mean gears on 1? I did put my landing gear down. I don't know when to do it, but I put it down. Oh, you can only put the gear down after you've made it to the runway. I see. Okay, I see. I was doing it on 2, but you're suggesting I should do it on 1. Got it. All right. Fair enough. All right, let's try again. Welcome home! Yes! Yes! Thank you. Rating payload specialist. Oh, thank God we did it. I don't know what just happened there. But yes, thank God we did it. Oh.
Welcome home.
Thank you, dude. Thank you for the 100 bits. And after 4 hours and 58 minutes, We have arrived home at Edwards Air Force Base. After making the docking, we finally got there. Oh my god. Oh, it's never been so good to get back home. Wow. Thank you guys, thank you. Well, I'm glad we got there. I did say I wanted to stop at 5 hours, but it turns out we didn't even get to 5 hours. How about that? Oh my god. Well, I will say, obviously we had to save state things, but from a game that started off having no idea what was going on, it does feel good to have like persevered through the thing and like found a little bit of information little by little until we were able to finally do all of it. Yeah, definitely too ambitious for its time. That's the thing. I'm curious when we play this for the 5200 if it's going to be a lot easier. Not only will it control better, but we're actually going to see all of our flight instrument panel more than one reading at a time. Because rocking all the difficulty switches while also controlling 3 different things at once is really quite a challenge. Oh my god. Thank you, everybody. Oh, really, Duke? Yeah. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of, like, obviously, you know, aviation concepts, of course, was all very sound. And Activision worked with NASA to make sure they got the game right. But again, yes, it was definitely too ambitious for its time. I think that's a good synopsis. Or, sorry, not too ambitious for its time, too ambitious for the 2600. Too ambitious for the hardware is what I would say. Because maybe even some of the home computers at 83 might have handled this a little bit better. I mean, it's remarkable they were able to get it on any form on the 2600. That in itself is a feat. But as Miria said, just because you can do it doesn't mean you should do it. Because even though they were able to do it, the gameplay itself was quite compromised. So, real astronauts can see more than one reading at a time, and there are also more than one of them. And mission control is also doing stuff too. And probably a lot of this is just automated too by autopilot on with the computers. So the other versions did get most of it right. Okay, that's good to know. So thank you again, Awkward Aardvark, for the pick. Game number 40, Space Shuttle: A Journey into Space. We actually ended up with the Payload Specialist ranking, which I'm fine to get. We didn't get the patch for pilot, but I'm okay with that. It would have probably taken a lot longer to get that. Oh, for sure it would have.